So students, today we are starting with EVS-1, chapter 16, water. As we everyone know that water is life. Without water, we can't survive. We have always heard that water is very important. And in this lesson, we'll learn more about water, how the water gets polluted, what all things get mixed with water. We are going to see it further. Also, you all can do one activity whenever it is raining, collect some rainwater directly in a clean container and place it open. Also, collect some of the rainwater that is flowing on the ground and observe both of them. So the observation, when you see those two types of water, the first water which you have collected directly from the rainwater, that will be the clear water. But whatever you have collected from the water flowing on the road, that will be the dirty water, because it gets mixed with the mud on the road and the water gets muddy. Also, when other substances get mixed with water, it becomes impure. So when some or the other substances get mixed with water, the water becomes impure. Also, some substances get dissolved in the water, whereas some substances keep floating in the water. So the water looks unclean and muddy. Some substances dissolve in water and so we cannot see them. If the substances that have got mixed with the water are harmful for our living things, we say that the water has become polluted. So whenever some things, for example, if mud, we cannot drink the muddy water. As you can see here, this kind of water is known as muddy water. Also, we can't drink this. Wherever in the water some kind of substances are floating on it, we cannot consume it, we cannot use it, and so we say that the water has become polluted. What are the sources of water? River, lakes, ponds, stream, wells. These are the different sources of water from which we get water. But what is the main source of water? Is rain. How do the water in lakes, wells, streams, river come from? It comes through rain. So the main source of water is rain. And then the secondary sources are lakes, rivers, streams, well, etc. Disposal of water. So the wastewater of a city or town is collected and let into water bodies at a convenient location. So whatever the wastewater is there of a city, village or a town, it is collected. It is collected through the drainage system which is there below the roads. Sometimes we see the open gutter covers. So whatever water, wastewater is there, it is collected through the drainage system and then it is led into water bodies at a convenient location. And the wastewater from the residential buildings as well as from the factories in industries contain many kinds of impurities. So as you can see in this picture, the water here is not pure, it is black. That means the water is impure. And whatever impurities are there, some of the impurities get dissolved in water while some do not dissolve in water. Also, the sewage water can carry microorganisms that spread diseases. So whenever the wastewater is collected and it is stagnated in one place, the germs, the microorganisms starts growing in them and that can lead to spread of diseases. Also, the wastewater from industries is more likely to contain poisonous substances. So wherever there are industries, the industrial waste is thrown into water bodies. And if the waste is let into water bodies, then the water becomes polluted and that is dangerous because industrial waste can also contain poisons and chemicals in them. Such water cannot be used for drinking or any other purposes. So whatever impure water, polluted water or in the water wherever the poisonous and chemicals are mixed, we cannot use them for any purpose, nor for drinking and not for any other purpose. And that is why it is compulsory for the factory owners to treat the water before letting out. So it is compulsory for the factory owners, whoever are the owners of the industry, it is compulsory for them through government to treat the water before letting it out. Treat means they have to do some kinds of treatment so that the water which is let in the water bodies is not poisonous or it cannot pollute the water bodies. So they have to treat the water before letting it out. Similarly, sewage and other waste waters of the town and cities is processed for purification before letting it into water bodies. Also, the same thing goes to the city and the town waters. The drainage water which is let into water bodies, they are also told to treat the water before letting it into water bodies. And this also helps in prevention of pollution. Flowing waters of river get purified to some extent by natural process. So while the water is flowing in the river, it gets purified through some natural process. Before water is supplied to a town or a city, it is purified. So whichever water we get supplied, it is purified. Also, whenever you all travel, we often buy the bottles, the drinking water, the bottles of drinking water. Maybe they are still packed, but the bottles are available at the places such as bus stands and railway stands. You are supposed to read the information that is given on the bottle and also tell others about it. And the date of bottling and the period for which the water can be safely used is printed on the bottle. So whenever you take this kinds of water, on the neck of the bottle, you can see these dates printed. These are the dates of the water to be consumed. The water is best before so and so period. So the water is to be consumed before that. It is important to read that information when buying a bottle. Once you have opened it, the water should not kept for a long period. You can't preserve this water for a long period of time. And the empty bottle must be crushed and thrown in the garbage bin so that it cannot be reused. Sometimes we do not crush the bottles, and then some people take the same bottle, they fill normal water in that and they sell it again. So whenever you use this kind of bottle, you need to crush it and discard it in the garbage bin. So there are the water works where water purification goes on. So this is the water works in Pune. Here, settling. First step is the settling. The water from the water source is allowed to stand in a large tank. So there is a large tank in which the water is collected. Alum is also used to help the process of settling. Alum is a kind of chemical that is used to help the process of settling. Then comes the oxygenation. Air and water are allowed to mix with the help of pumps. This causes oxygen from the air to dissolve in the water. So oxygenation is one process where air and water are allowed to mix with the help of pumps. And this causes oxygen from the air to dissolve in the water. Then the water is filtered using filtration machine. As in our home, we have that RO system, that is a small system. But in the factories like this, they have the big filtration machine which with the help of that they filter the water. Chlorination. Chlorination means chlorine. Whenever we go to the resort, in the swimming pool, they mix chlorine so that the water gets clean and the germs in them are killed. So chlorine is mixed in the water to kill the germs in it. Here we come to an end of the part 1. In next part, we shall learn more about water management.